Counting on alum Jessa Duggar Seewald has been living happily with Ben and their 5 children. The 31-year-old mom likes to share adorable stories about her kids. But despite her busy life as a mother, she continues to stay in touch with most of her siblings today. However, some Redditors think there's one thing the 5th Duggar child hasn't done yet. Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar raised their kids in a strict conservative lifestyle due to their church. The Counting On alums have been longtime followers of the IBLP. But as the years went by, many of their married daughters began to step away from their beliefs. Some of them have publicly denounced the IBLP, while others continue to neglect their strict rules. However, some Redditors think Jessa remains strong in her faith and is still a follower of the IBLP. Some Counting On fans on Reddit discuss the possibility that Jessa Duggar Seewald is the only married daughter of Jim Bob and Michelle who hasn't stepped away from the IBLP. According to the poster, Jill, Jinger, and Johanna have publicly announced their decision to leave the IBLP. It's also notable that some in-laws, such as Abby and Katie, have contradicted many of the Duggar family's beliefs. One of them was when Abby decided to take dance classes with John David. Meanwhile, Katie hasn't been following the IBLP's strict dress codes, and many believe that Jed allowed her to wear pants. Some commenters also recalled the time when Jessa answered with a no if she was still following the IBLP during one of her to and as, but she never fully shared the reason why. Is Jessa the only married Duggar sister who hasn't yet left the cult? I'm just trying to think. Jill left IBLP. Jinger left IBLP. Joy also announced that she left IBLP. Now it's just Jessa. Am I missing someone? I think she's the only one who hasn't publicly denounced IBLP. But I would not say that any of them have truly left the cult honestly. Maybe Jill. It's ironic, I thought Jessa would be the one to leave, and Jill would stay. Jessa looked like trouble growing up, and Jill had the most obedient daughter vibe. It wasn't until courting that my opinion changed. During a Q&A on Instagram, she was asked if she and Ben are part of IBLP, and she said no. Whether that's actually true. Many of Jessa's social media posts today are about photos and adorable stories with her kids. In April, the Counting On alum shared a series of story time about her kids. One of them was Spurgeon's poetic response when he lost his chapsticks during one of their trips to Silver Dollar City last December. Jessa Duggar Seewald also took to Instagram last week to share cute grown-up pictures of Henry and Spurgeon. These two, best buds. Can't believe they're 8 and 7 years old already, she captioned. Counting On alum Jessa Duggar Seewald recently made headlines after sharing a series of her kids' sayings. They're stories of unexpected and funny things her children have said. One of them was about how Spurgeon dealt with his lost chapsticks. However, some Redditors were worried about Jessa's son, Henry, following her unexpected posts. In a Facebook post, Jessa shared a story about how Spurgeon reacted to losing his chapsticks during one of their trips to Silver Dollar City last December. According to the Counting On alum, her oldest son couldn't find his chapsticks anywhere when they got home. Due to this, they began to assume that he may have lost it or that someone else at the theme park stole it. But what caught the attention of many was Spurgeon's response. Who knows what happened to it? Not many pickpockets around, but who knows, could have been one, Spurgeon said. Many commenters laughed at his poetic words, but some Redditors noticed something odd with Jessa's sudden story time. Some Redditors reacted to Jessa's story time with her kids. According to the poster, the Counting On alum shared a lot of stories from Ivy and Spurgeon. However, the Reddit user noticed that the mother of 5 barely talked about her son, Henry. Others agreed and worried that Jessa Duggar Seewald may not be talking as much with Henry compared to his other siblings. Wow, it's like Henry doesn't speak, or he does and Jessa just ignores him. I think Jessa ignores Henry. Maybe he's a normal kid, and because of that, she doesn't perceive him as an intellectual little adult that Spurgeon and Ivy are. The second option. Made up things Jessa's two fave kids have said. Poor Henry gets one, and it's a correction. One of Jessa's latest updates about Henry was a clip of him showing off his artistic eyes. According to the Counting on alum, her son just drew an impressive castle using a mechanical drawing toy. Many were also surprised by his skills and mentioned how difficult it was to draw with the gadget. Jessa Duggar Seewald previously mentioned that Henry was suffering from a speech delay, which made her decide to send him to therapy. Since then, the proud mother has shared the developments in her son's ability to talk. Counting on alum, Jessa Duggar Seewald is back on social media with shocking news about her son, Spurgeon. The 31-year-old mom has been relishing every moment with her children. She likes to document her adorable moments with them. But many were caught off guard after Jessa shared a story about Spurgeon getting robbed in a theme park. Jessa recently took to Facebook to share a story time with Spurgeon. According to the Counting on alum, her son just took his new chapstick to Silver Dollar City last December. But when they returned home, he couldn't find the chapstick anywhere. Jessa Duggar Seewald later asked him to check all his coat pockets. The mother of 5 was caught off guard when Spurgeon answered, "Who knows what happened to it? Not many pickpockets around, but who knows, could have been one." Spurgeon's poetic response received many reactions. "Ah yes, so many out there pickpocket for used chapstick. Too cute. Always have to watch out for the chapstick bandits. Who knows, they could be everywhere. Maybe it was taken by the robbers on the train ride. Also, make sure to go back for the new fire in the hole. It's great." Mishearing from Spurgeon hoped to see more of these little observations. This wasn't the first time Jessa shared a cute story about her kids. During the same day, the Counting on alum shared a story about how Ivy scolded Spurgeon for not letting Henry win in a game of slapjack by saying, "Spurgeon, Henry's a child. Let him win." However, Spurgeon responded, "Well, I'm a child too." Jessa shares a lot of funny things the kids have to say. Jessa Duggar Seewald also shared Spurgeon's hilarious reason for liking oranges. According to him, he got himself an orange, but not because of its taste. "It's just because I like the thought of strong immune system," he explained. He seems like a pretty smart kid. If you are looking for more Duggar family news, come back to Bombshell 24 for all your updates. Sadly, the Duggars aren't on television anymore, but you can keep up with them by following on social media as well.